Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. Today our topic is real estate, and in real estate we are going to discuss on how to get good reviews from your Airbnb guests. Are you a Airbnb kind of a owner and you are wondering that how do you get any kind of positive reviews from any particular kind of Airbnb guest that could cause traffic in any particular kind of Airbnb kind of houses? You don't have to worry, because today we have you covered. For you to get that positive kind of a review from any particular kind of Airbnb kind of a guest, you should be friendly. As a R&B kind of a owner, you should be very friendly at any particular time when you are dealing with any particular kind of a guest. And don't forget, any kind of a client is or a guest is always right, even when they are wrong. So, in this kind of a strategy of being kind of a friendly or a key, how do you apply it when dealing with any particular kind of a guest? As a homeowner, any particular kind of a time that you are doing any kind of communication with any particular kind of a guest, you should show that kind of a friendly kind of an environment at any particular time when you are dealing with any particular kind of a guest. Even if you are just saying hi, or they say hi, just say hi with a kind of a smile, because this also implies to that particular kind of a guest that all things are okay and you are ready to serve them, and thereby that particular kind of a guest could go ahead and give you a positive kind of a review in any particular kind of listing that you have done in any particular kind of R&B kind of marketing, and thus could cause you traffic in your R&B kind of a business. Number 2, responding quickly to questions. Remember that at any particular kind of a time that any kind of R&B kind of a homeowner is having or rather is hosting any particular kind of guest, they should be able to respond to any particular kind of question that they pose to them. Sometimes those questions comes in terms of messages or emails. So as a kind of a host, you should be in a position to give a reply to any particular kind of a question that has been sent unto you. Cause failure to that, any particular kind of a guest could think that you are that kind of a homeowner who does not care about them, and thereby that could give you a negative kind of a review other than a positive review. So for you to be able to capture that particular kind of a guest to give you that particular kind of a positive kind of a review, make sure at any particular time they pose a question to you or they email any particular kind of a question inquiring about a particular thing or a particular kind of a use of anything within your R&B kind of a house or environment. You should be in a position to give them the immediate kind of a reply that you can at that particular kind of a time, cause that could pose you to have a positive kind of a review, because they know that you care about them and you just don't care about the kind of money that they give unto you. So number 3, ensuring accommodation is clean. Somebody might ask, what do you mean by accommodation being clean? We mean at any particular kind of a time that we're expecting kind of guest in your R&B kind of a business, you as a homeowner, you should make sure that your houses or apartments, they are tightly and very thoroughly cleaned. That is beginning from all kind of rooms to all those kind of equipments, the utensils, the kind of environment within the balcony, everything, even the linen, anything that entails any kind of cleaning should be thoroughly done, so that even as that particular kind of a guest make their first kind of a step in your R&B kind of a house, it will be like, oh wow, the place is very freshly kind of airing, there's that kind of airing, and it smells very good. There's no bad kind of odor, cause by doing that they will also know that you care about them and their safety, because their safety in terms of cleanness, cause you know that any kind of unclean kind of environment could be a health hazard for any particular kind of a guest. So it is good to make sure that everything in that particular kind of R&B is thoroughly cleaned and in a tight kind of kind of a situation, because that could make any particular kind of a guest even extend their stay when they just come for a short term. And you know what, for you as a homeowner, it will be an advantage, because that is an extra kind of an income to you, and thus that could also give you a positive kind of a review. Again, number 4, well-stocked kind of Airbnb. When we talk of well-stocked kind of Airbnb, what are we talking about? We are talking about that here, the kind of a house that you are doing the business for Airbnb, having what it takes for it to be called Airbnb kind of a house. That is being stocked, meaning that anything that is needed for any particular kind of Airbnb, it is already in its own kind of a place. If, for example, it's a kind of a washing kind of a machine and a kind of a dryer, you make sure that they are in their place, and of course they are in good kind of working kind of condition. Again, if we say C, is it working? If it's a fridge, is it working? You know, everything that entails, if it comes to anything that beginning from the sitting, the kitchen, the bedroom, the washroom, the balconies, any particular kind of an area that a particular kind of a guest will be occupying during the kind of a staying, having that particular kind of a need that should be at his place at all times, thus making that particular kind of a guest a happy kind of a client, cause he'll not have to spend his own kind of resources to look for that particular kind of for example, equipment when need arises. And you know what, by making sure that everything is well stocked, that could earn you a positive kind of a review as a R&B kind of a owner, as making kind of any kind of traffic in your R&B, as increasing your kind of resources and being successful R&B kind of a homeowner. Again, number 5, being true to description. Somebody might ask, what do you mean by being true to the kind of a description? Being true to description, we mean that you as a homeowner, whatever kind of a description you give in your kind of listing of your R&B kind of a house, it should be what it is. That is, for example, you have taken those kind of good kind of photographs and all that. Those kind of photographs, do they, for example, reflect the kind of a house you have? Do you show a kind of a nice kind of sofa sets, and for example, when a client checks in, finds it is actually the vice versa of what you had given? Or, for example, in a kind of description, do you indicate that pets are allowed, and when this particular kind of a guest comes in, you say that pets are not allowed? How true are you to your description? Do you say there's a jacuzzi and when they come there's no jacuzzi? Do you say there is a DSQ and when they come in your class they don't have a DSQ? Or when again you are giving a kind of description, do you say, for example, you need this particular kind of, for example, give an example where we are in a big kind of a house in Kilimani. For example, in your kind of listing, when you say it has a monthly kind of a rent for a 2-bedroom for 120,000 Kenyan shillings, do you mean what you say? Or should a client come in and you see, for example, maybe they are picking like for a hair, and you start increasing, you start saying that it's 130,000 Kenyan shillings? How true are you to your description? In that, we mean that you as particular kind of a homeowner, you should be true and be true in any particular kind of description that you have listed in your kind of R&B kind of a house. This is because by being dishonest could earn you very many kind of negative kind of a reviews, and could chase away any kind of future kind of prospect in your R&B kind of a business, thereby incurring a loss and then left wondering, oh, how comes I don't get kind of clients? It's because you are the problem. The problem is not the house. It's because you are the problem in the kind of description you have given. Cause when one particular kind of a guest discovers that you are being dishonest in doing any particular kind of description in your R&B kind of a house, they could give the negative kind of reviews that could go to a million kind of guests that are sourcing for a particular kind of R&B kind of houses, and that could earn you a kind of a loss, because nobody would want or would wish to deal with a particular kind of a homeowner who is very dishonest. So remember, honesty in any particular kind of a time when doing any kind of description in R&B hands you lots and lots of positive kind of review, and hence making you as a homeowner a very successful kind of a homeowner even within a very short time. And you know what? You saw that for today. For more of this on Airbnb, kindly make sure that you go down and subscribe to my channel. Till next time, I'm your host, Carol Mumbua. Bye bye, and have yourself a lovely day.